I'm Jared Wareham, and I'd like to welcome you to this episode of the Cattle Call. Today, I'm joined by Adam Minker with Bluegrass Livestock Video Auction Sales, and we are in Rich Valley, Virginia. And one thing we thought we'd talk to you about today is how to calculate a slide and how to understand that. And that's something you get a lot of questions about. I'm sure you do. I know I occasionally do with guys that are big enough and large enough to sell load lots. And so if you are capable of selling, well, let's just take it from the beginning. How big is a load lot when I say that? How many pounds does it take to make a semi-load?
We like to load about 50,000 pounds.
Okay,
That's
so
about the base average.
So if you've got 6 weights or 7 weights or 8 weights or 9 weights that have, the head's obviously going to change because, they're not going to weigh the same. But if you have 50,000 pounds of cattle and you want to be able to sell, whether you're selling all steers or all heifers or mixed loads or whatever you're doing, one of the common questions that you guys get is how does a slide work? And so what we're going to do today is take a few minutes and Adam's going to explain to you how a slide works and then kind of maybe take away some of the I don't want to say common misconceptions of how a slide works and maybe get rid of some of that fear. So if you guys are ever thinking about selling on the video auction, then you'll understand why a slide's in there. And so what I'm going to do is turn it over to him, and we're going to work here at this load and shoot and make good use of this styrofoam cooler, and he's going to demonstrate a slide on, you said, some cattle that you just loaded yesterday.
We just loaded them, shipped them out yesterday.
Okay.
So it was a load of all black steers, and we based them at $6.35, and we had sold them on our internet auction for $1.58. And so what we'll look at is we went there, weighed them, and loaded them, and they actually came in a little bit heavy. They came in weighing $6.55. But what we'll first do is kind of just show what it would come out to at $6.35, and then backtrack and go through with the slide and that.
Okay, real quick, what I'm going to do to help illustrate this is I'm going to pull the camera off nice and slow while he's going through this, and I'm going to get to the sides. So we're going to kind of, well, as long as I don't mess up the camera. Here we go. Look at that.
So we sold a load $6.35 at $1.58, and that was based at 78 head on the trailer. So what we're going to do is, if you were to look at that, $6.35, $1.58, you're getting $1,003 per head. Then what we're going to do is look at that on the per 78. Which gives us $78,257.40. So that is before, this is if they came in weighing exactly at $6.35. Now these cattle actually came in, I'm going to switch colors here, came in weighing actually 655, and that is after the shrink. It's after we've taken the 2% off. And then you figure that, you got to look at the difference between the two. And so there's a 20-pound difference. So what I do is take take my slide at 8 cents is our normal slide rate. Take that by 20 pounds to give you $1.6. So that 1.6 is going to come off. Now this is going to be off the carcass weight of 158, which I'm terrible with. 156.4. So your new price on the 655 steers comes to 156.4. And if we do that, I'm going to bump that down to a per pound basis. It's going to give us our new price per head, $1,024.42. So as you can see, you're not losing money. A lot of the misconception on it behind it is they're actually going to lose money and the value is going to go down per head. We get that asked a whole lot. So as you can see, you're not going to lose money there. Plus, when you look at it, at 635, I was doing it at 78 head. Now that I've gone to 655, my load actually goes down to only 76 head on the trailer. So not only do I get more per head, but I also get to keep 2 steers back that I can now take to the barn and sell. So we'll figure this. So I made $77,855.92 on that trailer load. But if you were to factor in the 2 that you have left over that you can now go to the barn and sell, which would be at tricky to write on it. But so if I were to get those 2 and they were to sell at the 156.40, again, I would have an additional $2,048.84 for them. So if you were to add that into it, those 78 head have now gone to $79,904.76 in comparison to the $78,257.40. So we're not losing. A lot of people think they're going to lose money on the slide, and that's not what it is. What the slide does is it lets us adjust the price and the weight increase. And what we kind of look at it as is what they can spend per pound in gain for the people that are purchasing those cattle.
All right. Well, I hope that helped out, and I think the best way to put it is like you just did. It is a price adjustment.
It's price adjustment.
As cattle go up in weight, typically, depending on how things are selling and what's moving the best, you will have an adjustment in price, either up or down. And so that's how a slide works. It is made to work for, to complete the transaction in an accurate manner to make sure price accurately reflects the weight of the cattle. So,
Yes, it does.
Well, this is going to wrap up this episode of the Cattle Call. I think, this is pretty close to right. I mean, the only thing in here that you might have some shrink and some commission.
And the shrink and commission on
Of taking it to a barn or something like that, which is why I think selling, on the video, there are some benefits to that from a shrink standpoint, and that's something we may actually talk about in another episode of the Cattle Call. So anyways, appreciate your time today.
Thanks for having me.
Look forward to doing this again, and if you have any questions, message our team anytime. Catch you down the road.